cinema matinee. I ain't got $7.50 to pay.
Talking about True Grit.
I can't hear that title without thinking of breakfast.
What I can't
I want a big hot bowl of some Quaker grits.
I'm all about that what do you call it?
Pig's cream of wheat.
Yeah, cream of wheat. I'm not into True Grits. Well, mine with some butter on it. And a black man grinning at me while I'm sitting up there eating it. Now, we're talking about the movie True Grit, not the 1969 John Wayne version.
Was that supposed to be an impression
was that
of
your
John Wayne?
Wayne?
Hey, guys, just let it go. We'll be here all night.
I know I can't do impressions, but damn.
You know what? The main meat of the story is that a young girl loses her father to this murderous criminal. This guy just has no remorse. So this girl just says, you know what? I'm going to go out and find me the biggest badass I can find to go and kill that guy. So she goes into town and everybody's telling her about different marshals or different trackers. And
She's like, who's the biggest son of a bitch?
yeah. And one guy tells him, he's like, we got this person, but this guy, he doesn't care if they're alive or dead. He's going to get them one way or another. I believe that guy's name is Rooster Cogburn. And that name sounds like a really nasty porn film, but we won't get into that right now. And that's who Jeff Bridges plays in this movie. She says, I want that guy. So she teams up with that guy, plus I think a Texas Ranger.
Yeah.
By Matt
She doesn't
Damon.
team up with him.
Who's been tracking this
him,
guy anyway?
Yeah, but you can see that this is an uneasy alliance because Rooster's like, look, I don't need this kid following me. Rooster doesn't get along with this Texas Ranger who they have to go there together.
She doesn't get along with the Texas Ranger.
She doesn't get along with anybody.
Nobody likes anybody.
It is one of those like, man, this kid was annoying me, but you annoy me more. So I'm taking her side.
I think it does suffer from one of those films that a lot of critics are going to be jerking off all over because who's involved? It's the Coen brothers.
Jeff Bridges is just coming off an Academy Award.
Exactly,
and
yeah.
Haley Steinfeld gives one of the best performances I've seen this year.
She does such an amazing job.
does.
You're like, wow, 14-year-old read lines like this.
You put any girl in pigtails like that, they're going to look a lot younger.
But I mean,
You've done this before, huh?
Are you thinking about the old place? Look here. If you let me go, I will swear to an affidavit, and once you are brought to justice, it may go easier on you.
I'll tell you, I can do better than that. I need no affidavit. All I need is your silence.
I do like the movie. I give this movie a very, positive matinee because the only thing I really have to complain about it is it's just slow to me, and it's slow to me because the dialogue is stifling everything else for me. But other than that, everything is good.
If you take a great story and all the trappings are bad and you do it badly, then who cares if it has a great story or not? But the thing is, they've nailed all the trappings. They've done all the stuff around it just perfectly. This is honestly one of my favorite films of the year. It's not one of my favorite Westerns of all time, but it sure is fantastic, and it's one of my favorite Coen Brothers movies. This is a full price to me.
It was slow at the beginning, but then I just suddenly started falling in love with it. Loved it, the acting. It was the Coen brothers doing all the things they do right. Not pulling out tricks, not trying to insert themselves over it, but still had their touch. And that's a big thing to do. I've said plenty. I'll just say I'll give it a very enthusiastic full price.
Okay.
Yes. The part of the fun of this movie is the journey of them trying to look for this one guy and how they all interact with each other. The little small suspenseful scenes were really intense, and it's a solid film, solid acting. I'm going to give it a full price.
My only big complaint about it being bad is I love Jeff Bridges' performance in this, but there were moments I couldn't understand what he was talking about.
I agree. I couldn't
It was
understand,
like
but
watching the Hamburglar.
And I just got to mention again how much I love Haley Steinfeld and her character in this movie. She's so persistent that when she meets Rooster Cogburn, and she won't even let him take a dump in peace. You know what I would have done?
This little bitch is standing outside the door. Oh, we will talk right now, Mr. Cogburn.
I would have been like, you want to talk now? Okay, I would have opened the door. Come on in. Shut the door.
in.
Yeah, get my Dutch up. She's been trying to get out. No. Let me. You want to talk? We need to talk.
Trying to make it real. Everybody now.